Hey, boys and girls, welcome to a new week. And here's our language arts that we're going over. And this week will be a little bit different, just to warn you. We're going to be flipping back and forth. Hopefully, you have a dictionary at your house, a paper one. And who wrote the first dictionary that we know in America? Webster. So in our class, we had class dictionaries. So some of you may not have a dictionary at home. So I took a picture of some of my dictionary pages from our Webster's dictionary from the classroom. So what I want you to do is, if you have a dictionary from home, there will be a couple that you're going to answer all by yourself. If not, we're going to look at the dictionary pages together so we could understand these concepts. Okay, so here we go. Let's read together. A dictionary is a book that tells about words. The words at the top of each page are called, read it with me, guide words. They are the first and last words on that page. All of the words on that page are listed in alphabetical order between the two guide words. So let's look at the example right here. So mountain and move are the two guide words. So the first word on that page will be mountain. The last word on that page will be move. So why is the word mouth here, Mrs. Kornthal? Because on that page, mouth would fit, because move is M-O-V-E. Mouth is M-O-U-T-H. And the O, see, that's the same. The O is the same, but U comes before V, so it will be on the page. So Mrs. Kornthal, I'm confused already. Don't worry about it. We'll keep going. So if we're looking at a dictionary, all you need to know is that mountain and move will be the first words on that page. Okay, so we don't even need to read the definition right now, but I'll show you just as a quick review. I'll change the color here. What is this? If it says the noun, that's the part of speech. So mountain is a noun. That's a person, place, or thing. And this part is the definition. So here's the word. Here's the part of speech. Here's the pronunciation, and here's the definition right here. This is the definition. So that's a quick review. All right, let's move on and see if we can figure out more about guide words. Guide words. Here we go. So look at the guide words and color the bubble next to the word you find on that dictionary page. So we are actually not looking at a dictionary page right now. We're going to look at these letters and see which one would fit if the first word, the guide words, were harp and hat. So every word on these pages will have an H and an A, and an H and an A. So let's look at the last word. It has to come after H-A-R-P, harp, and it has to come before H-A-T, hat. So H-A-R-P, and it has to come before T. So let's look at which words do not fit. All right. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Look at this one. This is H-O. Would we have an H-O word on an H-A page? No, we would not. So this is not it. I'm not even going to consider that one. Now, what about harbor and hasty? Well, let's think about it. H-A-R. Mrs. Kornthal, I think we've got it. H-A-R. But look at the next letter. So you have H-A-R, but look at this letter, boys and girls. That's a B. If we compare the B to the P, B comes before P in the alphabet. So harbor would actually be on the page before. It would not come after P. Remember, it has to come after this word, and before this word. Okay, so let's just double check with hasty. I want to make sure we got this right. H-A-S. Uh-oh, Mrs. Kornthal. H-A, that's not a H-A-T. Now remember, it doesn't have to be H-A-T. It has to come before H-A-T. So in the alphabet, what comes first? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. S does come before T. So would that fit on the page? Yes, it would. It would be hasty. Whew. Okay, let's stretch our brains some more. Alphabetizing. The first word has to come after plane, and it has to come before plant. Okay, so let's see if we can get rid of some obvious ones. So we have, go back to yellow. we have P-L-A. Ooh, they are both P-L-A words, so they have to be P-L-A. I'm going to get rid of penny. Do you know why? Get rid of it. Because penny is P-E. It's not going to be a P-L-A word. So what's the next letter we need to look at, boys and girls? So it has to come after I-N and before N-T. So which other ones would fit that? P-L-A, these are both P-L-A words. Okay, so P-L-A-N, let's look at that, and P-L-A-S. So it has to come after, the first word has to come after I-N. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. Yep, N comes after I, so this would work so far. That looks good. Let me just double check. Let's look at plastic. Remember, plastic has to come before, it has to come after N and before plant. So let's look, does it come before this N right here? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. Ooh, S comes after. See this S? It comes after the N right here. So this would not work, boys and girls. That would be on the next page. So the only one that fits is planet. The only one that fits is planet. Okay, let's look at another one. Day, deal. Ooh, I only see one common letter in the front. So it has to come after D-A and before D-E-A. So what fits? In our alphabet, I'm just going to write the letters here. So D, A, B, C, D, E. For the second letter, it has to come in there. And then we'll look at the third letter. So if it's not one of these, if the second letter is not one of these, boys and girls, we already know we can get rid of it because it's not going to fit on that page. So which one can we get rid of already? Look, we have D-Y. D-Y will be way after. So let's just get rid of that. No dynamite. Okay. Well, now what? Well, let's look at the next letter. D-A-Y and D-E-A. Well, both of these are going to fit before deal, right? Because this is D-E. These are both D-A. So we know that these two words right here are going to come before deal. So let's focus on the word day. Let's focus on the word day. Because we know they're both going to come before deal because this is an E. And DA, both of these come before DE, so we know that fits. But do they come after the word day? Do they come after the word day? D-A-Y. Well, let's look at these letters. So we have to look at the third letter, boys and girls. T and a Z. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. It looks like T already happened right here. Date. T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. So the only word that has that comes after D-A-Y is this letter with dazzle in it, D-A-Z, because Z comes after Y. So date doesn't work, but dazzle does. So the right answers on this page, boys and girls: hasty, planet, and dazzle. Okay, your brains already might feel tired. So does mine. Let's keep going. Look at these words in the dictionary and write write the guide words. Remember the guide words from the page with which they appear. Now, if you have a dictionary, you're going to do these two by yourself, but let's look at these other ones together. Are you ready? What's the first word? Magnet. Magnet. I've already found those in our dictionary, and I took a picture of the page. So this is from the Webster's Dictionary that was in our classroom. I'm going to look up the word magnet. M-A-G-N-E-T. Let's find it here. Magnet. M-A-G-N-E-T. There's magnet. Okay, so what are the guide words that we can find in this page? Look at the top corner. We have lubricate and manage. So if we find magnet, it's going to be between lubricate and manage. Write that on your paper, boys and girls. Lubricate and manage. Lubricate and manage. So those were the guide words from that page. Lubricate and manage. Okay, what's our next word? Fur. Fur. I copied the page here. Fur. E-F-G. See, when I was looking it up, I looked. I was flipping through the pages, and I actually used the guide words to help me find the word for fur, because I knew it'd have to come after F-U-M and before something that starts with a G. Let's see if we can find it on the page. F-U-R, F-U-M, F-U-N, F-U-N, F-U-R. Where did it go? Fur. Right here. I found the word fur, and it is between fumble and gave. Do you see these guide words right here? That's what I'm going to write on my page. Fumble, fumble, and gave. That was our guide words on that page. Okay, teepee, teepee. Well, we know if we were flipping in our dictionary, we want to look for the T-E's. I'm flipping, and I see T-E. Ooh, and T-I right here. Let's see if we can find teepee. Look for it. I see it right here. T-E-N, T-E-N, T-E-P-E-E. There it is. So our guide words were tent and tick. Tent and tick. Let's go back and put it on their page. Tent and tick. Okay, last one that you're doing with me. Barge. Barge. This is our dictionary, our Webster's dictionary. Barge. I would look at a B letter. I'd be flipping through and I'd look for B-A words. And here we go. I know I'm on the right page because I already found it. Let's see if you can find it. B-A-R-G-E. Barge. Barge. Boys and girls. B-A-N-A-N-A. B-A-N-I-S-T-E-R. Banner. Banquet. Room. Barb. I'm getting closer. B-A-R-B. B-A-R-E. B-A-R-G. Ooh, close. Bargain. Barge. There it is. A broad, flat-bottom boat. There we go. Barge. I found it. Okay, so what was it between bad and basset hound? So that's B-A-D and B-A-S-S-E-T. Bad and basset hound. I'm going to go back to the page. Bad, it's between bad. These are our guide words. Bad and basset, B-A-S-S-E-T. Is that one T or two? Let me go check. I want to double check. Basset, just one. Basset hound. So if we're looking at a dictionary, now I want you to pause the video. If you have a dictionary, please go get it. I want you to find nature and jury in a dictionary and find the guide words. Now, if you do not have a paper dictionary at your house, you are allowed to skip these two. But don't just say, I don't think I have one, Mrs. Kornthal. Ask your mom or dad. If you have a dictionary, go look at it with them. Find nature and jury and find the guide words on the page. Boys and girls, this is how you learn. You look for it yourself. So now that we did some examples, I want you to find these two, just like if we were in the classroom. The only exception is if you ask mom or dad and they say, oh, I'm so sorry, we don't have a paper dictionary. Once you finish that, you are done with this page. Okay, boys and girls, welcome to page 167. 167. In your book, it looks like an actual photocopy from the dictionary. So let's use this to find out more about a dictionary page. Okay, so if we were looking at the dictionary, here's our guide words. She's. So what are these called again? Guide words. She's and ships. So everything, the first word on this page is she's. That's our guide word. And the last one is ship. So everything in between will alphabetically fall between she's and ship. Okay, do you see that? So there's our guide words. What word comes now? You can see your whole page on this at one time. So I want you to be able to answer this without me giving you the answer. Look at your page and answer this question. What word comes right after shine? S-H-I-N-E, shine. What word comes right after the word shine? Find it. Find it. What word comes right after the word shine? Did you find shine? Shine, there it is. So what's the answer? What comes right after the word shine? Shingle. Good job if you did that. Okay, here we go. Here's your next question. How are the vowels marked in shin? Shin, S-H-I-N. How are the vowels marked in shin? So this is the pronunciation, remember, in our parentheses? In the parentheses. So you find the word shin. Who found it? Well, right here. If you found it right here, then you've done a good job. So how are the vowels marked in the word shin? So boys and girls, do you remember? The parentheses are right here. How is the vowel? That's A-E-I-O-U. How is the vowel marked? This looks like a short I. So that makes the I sound. So the pronunciation for shin would be S-H-I-N. The I would be I sound. So it looks like this. So you see that? Right here. So it's marked as a short I. Good job if you got that. Okay, one more challenge. What is the last entry on the page? We already discussed it a little bit. It'd be the last one for our guide word, and it's the very last word on the page. And what is it? It's right here. What's the last word on the page? Ship. It is ship. Excellent. Okay, here's another challenge. What is a shingle? S-H-I-N-G-L-E. Find it on your page. What's a shingle? Shingle. S-H-I-N-G-L-E. Shingle. Can you find it? Shine, shingle. Oh, there it is. It's at the bottom of the page here, shingle. And look at this, boys and girls. Shingle, this is where it starts. But do you see? This continues here. Shingle. There's a pronunciation. Noun. It's a person, place, or thing. A thin piece of wood, asphalt, or other material that is laid in overlapping. That's not done. It continues up here. It can laid in overlapping rows to cover the roof outside the walls of the building. So what is a shingle? It is a thin piece of wood, asphalt, or other material that is laid in overlapping rows to cover the roof or the outside walls of a building. Excellent. Now, don't stop thinking about that yet. Does the picture of the shingles, right here, see there's the picture? Does the picture of the shingles help you understand the word? So imagine you've never, ever heard this word before. And you're thinking in your mind, okay, well, I know that this says it's a thin piece of wood or asphalt or other material overlapping rows to cover the roof or outside walls of a building. So you just read that, but do you understand it? Now, when the dictionary, sometimes it will put pictures in here. So there's the little overlaying bits of material. Sometimes it's wood, sometimes it's asphalt, and it covers the roof or outside of a building. Does that, so I know in Cannon Beach, if you look at the houses in Cannon Beach, they actually have shingles on the side of the house. It's very common to have the brown cedar shingles down the side of the house. Some of you have little bits of shingle on the side of your house as a decorator, maybe in the little triangle V part. In the upper edge of the roof, but mostly you'd see shingles on top of the roof. How did this picture help you understand what the definition was? Yes. So can you more easily think in your mind, where have I seen shingles before? Oh yeah, I have seen them on the houses at Cannon Beach. Oh yeah, I look outside and I see them on my roof of my house. I see them on my neighbor's house. So sometimes, boys and girls, the pictures in a dictionary are very helpful for you to understand the word. Okay, next question. What are two parts of speech for the word shield? S-H-I-E-L-D, shield. What are two parts of speech, not definitions, what two parts of speech for the word shield? Oh, I found shield right here. S-H-I-E-L-D. What are two parts of speech for the word shield? Ooh, I see one, a noun. So when it's a person, place, or thing, it means a flat piece of armor that's carried on an arm to protect the body during battle. Who has a shield usually? Probably like a knight or a soldier. Matthew would love this definition. The space shuttle has a heat shield to keep it from getting too hot. That's a sentence there. So it could be defense that way. What is another way? So besides a noun, besides a person, place, or thing, what was another part of speech? Keep going through that. Oh, I found it, boys and girls. Verb. How can it be used as a verb? To protect or cover someone. And here's example sentence. Kayla wore a straw hat to shield her head from the sun. So a verb It could be used as a verb or it could be used as a noun. Do you see that? Okay. I want you to try one question. So maybe if you have time, or if you have a mom or dad or brother and sister in the room, use this page to ask them some questions. Maybe you could say, hey, mom, dad, what are the parts of speech for the word shift? You have a verb, you have a noun, or maybe you could say, hey, what part of speech is shiny? Or you can even say, hey, what's the example sentence for the word shiny? New coins are usually very shiny. Okay? So you can use the rest of this page. I want you to challenge yourself or challenge someone next to you to use this page to challenge your dictionary understanding. All right. Once you're done with that, you are done with this page. Congratulations. All right, page 169. We are on the top of page 169. I love this. If you have watched Conjunction Junction, you have this song stuck in your head. Conjunction Junction, what's your function? Hooking up words and phrases and clauses. And, but, and or. There's our conjunctions. There they are. Bananas and oranges. They join two ideas that are the same. They put them together. The nervous lion paced and growled. That's when he did two things. My baby sister cries or yawns when she's tired. She's not usually doing both at the same time. It's a choice word. I raked the yard, but more leaves fell. This is kind of joining opposite ideas. Okay, circle the conjunction in each sentence. Are you ready? See if you can beat me. Dad or Aunt Julie will be picking you up after school. Found it. Or. Okay, our beagle dog howls and barks often. Oh, found it. And you may sit on the sofa or you may sit on the rug. Ooh, I found it. Or gives you a choice. I vacuum the carpet, but it is still messy. Here we go. The word but. See, it has opposite ideas. I vacuumed the carpet, but is still messy. So even though you vacuumed, it's still messy. Charlie thought about his answer. This is funny because it's and. He thought and thought. It's actually joining two. It's just showing you and this. He thought and thought some more. Good job. Who likes that section? It's very easy. Good review, though. Think. In the blank, remember we're on page 169. In the blank, write the contraction of the words in parentheses. Boys and girls, please don't just copy. I want you to pause the video, fill out this section, and then go over it with me. I'm not kidding. Pause the video, fill in the answers, and then we'll do it together. Once you're done, unpause it, and we'll continue. Okay, if you are listening to me right now, you have all these blanks filled in from 1 through 5, and we're going to go over the answer together. What's the contraction? Miss Larson said that she will teach us to draw. She will becomes she'll. They are becomes their. They're painting their house blue and white. Claire dropped her cup and now it's chipped. It is becomes its. Karen will not be at home tomorrow. Will not becomes, oh, don't get tricked. It is not wilt. This is one of those ones that does not fit the rules. It is won't. Won't. We are going camping next weekend. We are becomes we're. Good job. Now, if you missed any of those, please go back, make the corrections, and then pause the video, and then keep going. All right. Use proofreader's marks to insert the necessary commas. Boys and girls, pause the video, fill in these answers, then unpause the video. All right. If you're still with me, that means you have 1 through 5 answered. You have all your little triangles and your commas. It looks like this. If not, pause it. And don't join us again until you're done. Okay, so if you're listening to my voice right now, that means you have all your commas filled in and you're just making corrections with me. Okay, let's look at number 1. We are having special meetings at church this week, Emma. Ooh, this is good review, boys and girls. Yes, we are having special meetings at church this week, comma, Emma. Why is that? Because we're actually pausing to talk to Emma. So Emma must have asked a question, and so we're letting her know, yes, we are having special meetings at church this week, comma, Emma. Mom and I washed the car and it looks very clean. Where does the comma go here? When we join two sentences together, because could we say, my mom and I washed the car, period. It looks very clean, period. Yes, of course. That could be two separate sentences. But if we want meaty sentences, we need to join them together with a comma and a joining word. Remember, the comma goes before the joining word. If you need to make any corrections, pause the video, fix it. Number 3, November 29th, 2019 was our class program. November 29th, 2019, it was our class program. Where does the comma go? After the date and after the year. Excellent. If you got that right, good job. If you need to fix it, please do. Number 4, Tallahassee, Florida is where my cousin Brady lives. Tallahassee is the city. Florida is the state. They both get commas. Excellent. Carson planted tomatoes, cucumbers, and lettuce. Ooh, tomato cucumbers. No, they're two separate things. So that tells me it's a list, right? And the comma goes before the and in between all your list words. So Carson planted tomatoes, comma, cucumbers, comma, and lettuce in his garden. All right, excellent, boys and girls. We are done with page 169. Good job. Welcome, boys and girls. This is page 170. 170. Now, as a reminder, do not just copy these answers. Especially for this, I want you to think about it. You're going to think about all the instructions. You're going to think about doing the work yourself so your brain gets stretched. It does no good, boys and girls, if you just sit there and watch Mrs. Kornthal do it. I could watch exercise videos all day, but am I getting stronger? No. Get off the couch and do the work. So here's how you're going to do the work on this page. We're going to review really quick what a dictionary is. We did this on Monday. A dictionary is a book that tells about words. Who wrote a dictionary that we know about? Webster. Excellent. The words at the top of each page are called, say it with me, guide words. They are the first and last word on the page. All of the words on that page are listed in alphabetical order between the two guide words. Remember, it's after the first word and before the last word. Okay, so we're going to go through these together. And I want you to challenge yourself. Do this whole page. See if you can figure it out. Do the whole page and then come back and check your work. Okay, you work on alphabetizing it. See what you can get. Exercise your own brain. So you can pause the video right now and then unpause when you are done and then make corrections with me. All right, here we go. Boys and girls, if you are doing this right now, I assume that you have done the work on your own. You have checked it. You have marked the circle next to the set of guide words that each entry word would come between. So remember, it comes after the first word and before the second word. So let's look at the word flow. The word flow. F-L-O-W. Now I'm going to start marking off ones that do not work. F-L, A-B-C-D-E-F-G, H-I-J-K-L-M-N-O. I know that these aren't going to work, so I'm not even going to waste my time because that's F-O. F-L is not going to come between two F-O words. It's not going to do it. So I have flung and flyer and floppy and flower. Ooh, I love it. F-L-O, F-L-O, F-L-O. But does it fit? Sometimes it doesn't, boys and girls, because F-L-O, it might be F-L-O-Z, and F-L-O-Z would come after F-L-O-W. But let's look at this set right here. Flung and flyer. F-L-U, F-L-Y, A-B-C-D-E-F-G, H-I-J-K-L-M-N-O, P-Q-R-S-T-U. Nope, that doesn't work because flow comes before flung. Not going to work. What do we have left? Floppy and flower. Well, let's see. Does W come after P? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Yes. Q, R, S, T, U, V, W. Yep, it does. Now, does flow come before flower? Now, one thing we haven't talked about yet, if there's nothing after the word, like see how there's an ER right here? If there's nothing after the word will come before it. F-L-O-W, nothing, comes before F-L-O-W-E. Okay, so nothing comes before even the A in the alphabet. So F-L-O-W would come out before F-L-O-W-E-R. So our correct answer is flow. Awesome. Okay, number 2. Rascal. We're looking at the word rascal. Rascal. That kitty cat was a little rascal. Okay, R-A-S. R-A-S. I'm going to get rid of the R-E because I know that R-E comes after R-A. Just get rid of it. Don't even waste your time. So now we're looking at R-A-S. R-A-S. And both of these are R-A words. R-A words. R-A-I. Boys and girls, and R-A-M. Let's look at these ones. If we're looking for an R-A-S word, is it going to fit between the I and the M? Well, let's think about the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. We already passed the M. Q, R, S, T, U, V. The S comes way after M, so it's not going to be this one. So I know that it's going to come between R-A-P and R-A-S. Now, the only thing I want to double check, does the C come before this P? Does C come before P in the alphabet, boys and girls? Yes, it does. And I know this S comes after the P right here, so this fits. Whew. I know I'm going fast, but if you've already thought about it, you're just making corrections, so you can keep up with me because you're already done with this page. If not, pause it now. Go back and finish. Then do corrections with me. Here we go. Merry, M-E-R-R-Y. Yay, there's an easy one to get rid of. M-E is not going to be between M-A words. Nope, that's not it. M-E-M-A, I'm not going to get rid of that one because it might fit. How about M-O-O and M-O-P-E? Moo and mope. Well, M-E is not going to fit on only a page with M-O's. That's not it. So I know, boys and girls, I don't even have to do any more checking. But I will double check just in case. M-E-R-C-H. Does M-E-R-C, does this R come after the C? Yes, it does. Okay, let's see if the S, does the M-E-R come before M-E-S? Yes, it does. This one's right. Okay, beagle, B-E-A-G-L-E, beagle dog. Beagle dog, B-E-A. Which ones can I get rid of for sure? Ooh, I don't know. Maybe this one might be it. I'm not sure. But I know for sure it's not going to be on a B-L page. B-L-U blueberry, B-L-U blurt. So there's only B-Ls. That's not going to fit. Okay, B-E-A-G-L-E. Boys and girls, I might be tempted. These are the ones with B-E. And that is B-A. That can't be it. Now remember, it has to come before... Sorry, it has to come after this word and before this word. So could it fit there? Does B-E-A come after B-A? Yeah, E comes after A. So this actually does work for bayonet right now. Bayonet. But let's see if it comes before bear. B-E-A-G. So I have to see B-E-A. These ones are the same. So B-E-A-R. Does G right here come before R? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R. Yes, it does. Wait a minute, Mrs. Kornthal. But these are B-E words. Shouldn't it fit here too? Well, let's check it. Let's check it. Let's see. B-E. Why did it erase that whole thing? That's weird. It erased beagle. Okay, so B-E-A, oops, sorry, use a highlighter. B-E-A, B-E-L. Boys and girls, why does this not work? Remember, it has to come after this word. A comes before L, so this does not work. Now we know. Okay, here we go. Dog, disc, dog. We're looking at the word disc. Where does it come between? It comes after dishonor. So I'm going to get rid of D-O. Those are wrong. D-I-S. How about director and disagree? D-I-R-Q-R-S. Yep, that works. So it does come after this one. Does it come before disagree? Let's look. D-I-S. D-I-S. A. Boys and girls, here's why it doesn't work. Because A comes before K, so this doesn't work. Okay, dishonor. Dishonor, D-I-S-H. Okay, does K come after H? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Yep, K comes after H. Okay, let's see if it comes before disorder. D-I-S-O. So we're comparing the O to the K. Does O come before, does K come before O? Yes, it does. So this is the right answer. Woo! If you've done this, you've already thought through all this. So you are doing great. Orchestra. Orchestra. You remember O-R nothing would be definitely come before that. So does that fit? Yes. Does O-R-C-H come after O-R? Yes, it does. Let's look at ordain. Ordain. Does O-R-C come before O-R-D? A-B-C-D? Yes, it does. And I know the O-V and the O-C words don't even work. Okay, here we go. Skunk. Skunk. S-K. I'm going to get rid of the ones I don't need. S-L, A-B-C-D-E-F-G, H-I-J-K-L. Nope. This sloppy would come after. That doesn't work. So S-K. Okay, I know the S-K because S-K comes after S-I. But does it come before skill? S-K-I, S-K-U. In the alphabet, what comes first? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U. Nope, skunk would be after that. Skunk would be on a page after that. How about skill and skyline? Ooh, look. Did you notice something here, boys and girls? Skill and skill. What does that tell you? So if I was actually looking in a dictionary, skill would be the last word on one page, and you'd flip it over, and part of it would still be on the top of the next page. So this is probably where it fits. Are you ready? S-K-U. Does S-K-U come before S-K-Y? Yes, U comes before Y, so this is the right answer. Okay, here we go. Last one on this section, and then we'll move on to the bottom of the page. Gravy. Gravy. G-R-A-V-Y has to come after the first word and before the end word. Okay, so let's see which ones don't work. I'm just going to get rid of the G-O words because I know that a G-R word would not come on pages that only have G-O words. So we have gravel, great, grown, and grow. So they all have G-R. G-R, 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 G-R. So let's see which one fits. G-R-A-V. Oh my goodness, they're all the same. G-R-A-V, G-R-A-V. But look at the next letter. We're comparing the Y to the E. Does Y come after E? Yes, it does. That one works. Okay. But let's see if it comes before great. G-R-E. Ooh, does G come before the A right here? Yes, this works too. Let me just double check to make sure I didn't do anything wrong. Let's look at the one right here. G-R-O. Boys and girls, does G-R-A come after G-R-O? No. A comes before O, so that would not fit. So we know that gravy comes between gravel and great. Woo! Is your brain grown and stretched? I love it. All right. If you did not do that on your own and you just copied what I did, I want you to erase your work. I want you to figure it out yourself. And I want you to give yourself a retest. Do not copy, boys and girls. Just use this for corrections. If you got them all right, give yourself a high five. If you needed to fix a few, do you know why you needed to fix a few? Could you do it correctly if I made you do it again? All right. Well, let's move on. This one says, look up each word in a dictionary and write the first dictionary. Sorry, let me start again. Look up each word in a dictionary and write the first definition given. Okay, I have a dictionary. Now this one, since we're not looking at guide words, we could actually H-I-J-K, see, I'm actually saying the alphabet, I'm on an L-A page, L-I, L-O, locust, I found it. Okay, if you wanted to look up a dictionary online, you can actually look up a dictionary on your parents' phone, on your computer. You could type in the word locust and then type the word dictionary and you would find it. But I'm going to read it to you. Look up each word in the dictionary and write the first definition given. So I am on the page in my Webster's dictionary. I'm on page 170 and 116, L-O-C. I'm looking for it. L-O-C-U-C-U, L-O-C. Is it not in here? Is that possible? You know, it's funny, boys and girls, L-O-C, L-O-C-K is lock, L-O-C-K-E-R, locker, L-O-C-O, locomotion, L-O-D, and then it goes right to L-O-D. So guess what? Locust isn't even in the Webster's dictionary that was in our class. Can you believe it? But I will tell you from my head, actually, you know what? I know what it is. It's a bug. We know that because that was one of the plagues in Egypt. But I'm going to look up on my phone. Hey, Siri, tell me the dictionary definition of locust.
A large and mainly tropical grasshopper with strong powers of flight. It is usually solitary, but from time to time there is a population explosion, and it migrates in vast swarms that cause extensive damage to crops.
All right, thank you.
Do you want to hear the next one?
No, thank you. Okay, so what I got, boys and girls, from Siri was a large, let me just say it one more time. Hey, Siri, what's the definition of locust?
A large and mainly tropical grasshopper with strong power.
A large and...
Okay,
oops.
I found this.
Sorry, Siri. A large and mainly tropical grasshopper. Okay. Azalea. Let me see if it's in our other dictionary, in the paper one first. Azalea. A-Z. That's going to be the end of my A's. So of my guide words, azalea. Oh, you know what? In my dictionary that I'm looking at right now, the class dictionary, whoever was number 11 last year actually circled the word in the dictionary, stinkers. It's circled in pencil here because the day we did this page last year, they wrote in their dictionary, which they weren't supposed to. I'm going to have to erase it. So I'm looking on page 15 in our classroom dictionary. It says azalea, a rhododendron with funnel-shaped blossoms. A rhododendron, that's a hard to word spell word. Rhododendron, that's a flower, with a funnel shaped, sorry, not a, with funnel shaped blossoms. Okay, so could you have looked this up yourself? Yes, please. And there will be some more that I do want you to look up, and I'm not even going to give you the answers. I want you to do it all by yourself. Now, could you look up dictionary.com? Yes, you can. Can you ask Siri if your parents will let you? Yes. You might even be able to ask Alexa if she's at your house. Those are all strategies that you can use when you don't have a paper dictionary. All right, we are done with page 170. If you are done for the day, great. Then we'll see you tomorrow. If you are moving on, get ready to start page 171. Okay, boys and girls, we are on page 171. Page 171. It says, some entry words have more than one definition. We know that already. Each definition has a small number beside it. Mrs. King put a seal on my certificate. Boys and girls, if you were just learning English and the only word for seal that you knew, the only definition that you knew was the animal, would that seem crazy? Mrs. King put a seal on my certificate. Did Mrs. King put a sea animal on the certificate? No, she put a shiny sticker on it. The word seal has different definitions. The dictionary can help you understand how the word is being used. So use the entry to answer the question. So this is what we're going to use, boys and girls. So this is a little clip out of the dictionary, okay? So if we were to look that word up, it's already looked up for us, and we're going to use this to answer the questions. Number 1, mark the bubble next to the sentence that uses the second definition of clipper. Okay, which is the one that uses the second definition of clipper? See, there's a number here, number 1 and number 2. The second definition is a very fast sailing vessel with tall masts. Okay, so which one of these would match a very very fast sailing vessel with tall mast? Okay, so the clipper moved quickly through the choppy waves. So does that sound like a sailing vessel? Or mom and dad used clippers to trim dad's hair. Did mom and dad use a sailing vessel to trim dad's hair? No, it's this one right here. Mark the bubble next to the sentence that uses the first definition of clipper. So the first definition was a device that is used for clipping or cutting. Okay, so which is the one like scissors? That's like scissors. Frank used those clippers to trim the bushes near the fence. Or that clipper just won the race. Did the thing used for cutting win a race? No, that makes no sense. But did the thing used for cutting, could that trim the bushes? Yes, this one is correct. Now, boys and girls, I am not going to do this for you. You are going to do it yourself. Put on your paper. Write a declarative sentence, regular old information sentence that ends in a period, using the first definition of the word clipper. So, a device used for clipping or cutting. Could you say, I would say, I am going to use a clipper. Don't write my sentence. Using a clipper to trim Fonda's fur. That's a true story. I just ordered clippers on Amazon because she's getting so shaggy. Don't write my sentence. You write your own sentence. But does it have a capital in the beginning? Does it have end punctuation? Make sure you do that correctly. Does it have anything, any proper nouns capitalized? Yes. Okay, number 4. Write an interrogative. Remember that, ask a question. Write an interrogative sentence using the second definition of the word clipper. So, a fast sailing vessel with tall masts. Could I say, have you ever ridden in a clipper? Have you ever seen a clipper? Do you know how fast a clipper can go? So you are writing your own interrogative sentence using the word clipper. So ask a question using the term clipper with the second definition. So a very fast sailing vessel with tall masts, with a tall mast. Okay, so you do that part, pause the video. When you're ready, let's move on. Okay, so if you've moved on, you've answered question number 4, you've written your own interrogative sentence, and you made sure you had a question mark at the end, and it is about the clipper, the tall mast. Okay, now we're ready to keep going. It says, look up each word in the dictionary and write a sentence using the first definition given. Now, boys and girls, I'm only going to do number 1 with you. You do number 2 and number 3 by yourself. Now, could you get a parent to help you? Yes. But you are going to use a dictionary. Could it be on your mom and dad's phone? Yes. Could it be on the computer? Yes. Could it be from a paper dictionary in your house? Yes. So I'm going to show you. I took a picture of the dictionary, and in the dictionary, the Webster's Dictionary, do you see it right here? In the Webster's Dictionary, from our school classroom dictionary, there's 3 definitions of bat. See, 1, 2, 3. It says, look up each word in the dictionary and write a sentence using the first definition. So there's 2 things to do here. 1 is to actually look up the definition, right? So we looked up bat. And then using the first definition, that's this one, we write a sentence. So what does the first definition say? Stick or club. Sharp bow, verb, to hit with a bat. So this is the kind of bat that you use in baseball. Let's see what the number 2 is. Bat, a small flying animal. The third kind is a wink or a blink. Like you would bat your eyelashes. Okay, so using the first one, I'm going to write Cooper is amazing at hitting with a bat. Okay, so I have my capitalization. I have, it is a sentence. It uses the first definition of the word bat. It has a correct end punctuation. So you are going to do that with house and mess. You could use Siri. You could use Alexa. You could use your computer. You can use your paper dictionary at your house. So you look up the first definition of the word, and then you write a sentence using the correct definition. All right, once you're done with that, you are done with the day. Show your parents, make sure they check off your work, and I will see you next time. If you're ready to pause the video, I will join you on page 172. All right, here we go, boys and girls. We are on page 172. 172. Welcome to another day of language arts. All right, a glossary. This one, boys and girls, you are going to be flipping to the back of your book. This is not a separate book. You know, our dictionary, we use a different book, a separate dictionary. This one is all in the back of your book, in the back of this language arts book. And I will tell you, pause right now. I mean, don't pause the video, but stop what you're doing right now. And flip in the back. You can actually see at the edge of your book, if you look at it, the pages look blue. The edges of the pages are blue. So it's easy for you to find. Go all the way back, and the glossary starts in our book. The glossary starts on page 193, and it goes to page, let's see, I'm flipping right now in the back of your book. It goes to page 201. So those are the pages that we're going to be using in the back of the book. So a glossary is an alphabetical list of important or unfamiliar words from a book. The glossary of words and their meanings is found at the end of the book. Some glossaries include examples and pictures. Look at the glossary at the back of a science book or history book, or even some reading books. So we would look for a glossary. And we have done that before. We've actually looked at, and I say, check the glossary, and it will tell you, if you can't find the word, go back to the glossary. It will even tell you what page to find the information on. So we've done that before in history and in our science books. You can even use them on your test. The glossaries are helpful. You know what? We've used them before. Okay, so right now it says use the glossary in the back of your Language 3 book. So again, that's on page 193 to 201 to answer each of the questions. Now I took a picture of the back, it says find the word fact and write the definition. Okay, here we go. I think I took a picture of this. This is page, where is it? Page 196. Page 196. Fact was on page 196. And what does it say a fact is? What's the definition of fact? A fact that something is something that is true and can be proven. And then what does it tell us here? If we wanted to look back at how they use fact and what page we learned about that on, we could flip back to page 110. Don't do that right now, but it's just letting you know. What was a fact? Ooh, I need to find that in my book, and I remember how to do it. It was on page 110. But is that what they want us to do on our page today? No. It says write the definition of the word fact from our glossary. So I'm going to copy that down. I'm going to write the definition. The definition, a fact is something that is true and can be what? Proven. Okay, write one fact as a complete sentence. Now, I'm going to actually use the example sentence. You can do that too. It says each morning the sun rises in the east. Okay, that was a fact that they use as an example sentence in our glossary. Now, if you want to write another fun fact, maybe Gavril, there's a bug fact that you want to write about, or Kevin, there's some science fact that you want to write, just make sure you write it in a complete sentence. Fact. I'm not going to use one. I love my students. Is that a fact? Yes, it is. I just wanted you to know that. So there's my sample sentence. You can write any fact that you want. If you want to be a horse fact, if you want it to be a baseball fact, if you want it to be a cooking fact, a dance fact, I don't care. But make sure it's a complete sentence with a capital and correct end punctuation. There you go. A fact. You can't make it up though. Now, this part, you are going to do this section. I want you to stop. Stop right now. Here we go. Wait, red. Stop. Do the work. Then go. This is the section. I want you to use the pages, let's see, 193 to 201 to answer these. Then pause the video. As soon as I say pause, then you fill this whole section out right here. I want you to do number 2 and number 3 without me. And then unpause the video and then check your work. Okay, boys and girls, if you're with me right now, all of your sections are filled in for this, and you found the answer in the glossary. When it said, find proofreader's marks to draw the following boxes, you looked at the glossary and you looked up proofreader's marks, and you found it showed in your book that insert looks like this, that capitalization was like this, lowercase was LC, delete looks like a piggy tail, and SP, spelling mistakes, was SP for spelling. Okay, what page did you find that on? It was on the P page, proofreader's marks, and you found that on page 198. Okay. Write the word verb and write 3 sample verbs. Okay, that was in the glossary on the V page. Verb, it says verb. A verb is a word that usually shows action. See action word. And in blue writing on page 200. If you found it, you were on page 200. It had 3 verbs in blue. And the verbs were jump, hike. These were the 3 sample verbs on the page. And wish. Do not copy these down, boys and girls. You better have these on your paper already, and you're just checking your work. Okay, it says write the pronouns that are used in the predicate parts of speech. Pronouns. Pronouns. What page did you find that on? Pronouns. P-R-O, pronouns. In the predicate parts of speech. Pronouns. Okay, it was on page 198. And the pronouns and the predicate parts of speech. It was at the top of the page on 198. It says, use these pronouns in the predicate parts of speech under the definition of pronoun. The second part there, it says me, us, her, him, them, and then right under that, it says use these pronouns in either part. You might have missed these. It says you or it. Okay, so under that, it says use these pronouns in either part of the sentence. Remember, some could be used in the beginning of the sentence, in the subject part. Some could be used in the predicate. So if you missed it, you probably missed these ones, because there's a separate line. You can turn back to page 198. There's a separate line that also says these pronouns could be used in either part of the sentence. So that means they could be used in the subject or the predicate. So these ones were only in the predicate. These ones were in the subject or the predicate. Go back. If you missed those two, look back at page 198 and you'll see they're in blue. And it says use these pronouns in either part of the sentence, you or it. There you go. That's a T, not an F, just in case you're wondering. Okay, here we go. Last part of this page. The entries in a glossary are in alphabetical order. Number the four space words in alphabetical order. Now, you're not going to look these up in your glossary, but they're just telling you that a glossary is in alphabetical order. Okay, so if you were looking for these in the glossary, which one would come first? Well, let's go through the alphabet. A, oh, there's an A. A, B, oh, there's already a B. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, there we go, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S. Done. And we are done for the day. Good job. 172 is done. Have a good day, boys and girls. If you're done for the day, pause the video, and I'll see you next time. Welcome back. We are on page 173. Page 173. We are looking at a glossary. This says remember, because we know this about a glossary, don't we? A glossary, read it with me, is an alphabetical list of important or unfamiliar words from a book. Where do we have a glossary? In the back of our book, page 100. Let me look again. Page 1, it's in the blue section. You can actually see it's blue, and the edge of your page is blue. It's page 193 to 200. Let me go all the way to the back. 201. Okay. The glossary of words and their meanings is found at the end of the book. Some glossaries include examples and pictures. So this is review. We already knew this. Now, it says use the glossary in the back of your Language 3 book to answer the questions. I took a picture of one of the pages, but I am not going to do all of them with you. I will put the answers in, but I want you to do the work first. Skip number 1 for right now. We are going to look at number 2 because I took a picture of it so we could do it together. Find diagramming sentences. Now, it says write the first step of diagramming a sentence. Let's look here. Keep looking at your screen. I took a picture of your book. So in the back, see, it has the blue edge right here. And here's the page numbers. Here's diagramming sentences. Do you see it? Okay, it says, let's look back at the question. It says, find diagramming sentences. Write the first step of diagramming a sentence. Diagramming a sentence. What was the first step? So, number 1 is say diagramming sentences. Here's a definition. Diagramming sentence and verbs. Follow these steps in diagramming subjects and verbs. Number 1, what does it say to do? The first step is what? Do you see it there? Mark the sentence. All right, so that's what we write down because that answers our question. Let's go back to our page. So the first thing we do is mark the sentence. Do you see it? Mark the sentence. And just to be neat, I'm actually going to turn this into a capital. Mark the sentence, because they actually wrote it as a sentence. Mark the sentence. That was the first step. So what you're going to do is you're going to pause the video, and you are going to do number 1, number 3, and number 4, using your glossary in the back of the book. 193 to 201. You answer the following. When you are done and you filled those in, unpause the video. Ready? Pause. Okay, so if you are hearing my voice right now, you have number 1, number 3, and number 4 all filled in, and you're just checking your work. So you looked up the word adjective in the glossary. What were the 3 words that are always adjectives? So when you looked up the word adjective, you found a. You found an. And you found the. These are the ones that you have on your quiz, and they're the little ones that you usually forget. The adjectives are describing words, and these 3 are always adjectives. Okay, number 3, the word antonym. You looked that up in the glossary, in the back of your book. And then it says write 2 sets of antonyms that are given as examples. Okay, so in the back of your book, in the glossary, there were 2 sets of examples. Okay, and I'm going to write down the 2 sets for you. All right, you found them in the back. It's up or big. And what is an antonym again? The opposite. Synonym, same. Antonym, opposite. So what's the example for antonym? Up and big is an antonym for down or little. And what was the other one? Hot is an antonym for cold. Good job if you got that. If not, I want you to look back in the back, look up antonym again, and see if you can find where those answers are. Okay, number 4. Use a glossary to find the word synonym and finish the definition. So in the back, if you look this up in your glossary, it says synonyms are words that have the same what? What word did you find in there? Meaning. You're just copying this from the back in the glossary. Or nearly the same meaning. Good job if you got that. Excellent. Here we go. This is all review. Pause the video, answer, then do corrections with me. Okay, if you are hearing my voice, that means you have filled these all in and you are just reviewing, making corrections with me. Draw a line dividing the subject and the predicate. You know what to do. Mr. Morton and what he does. Underline the verb twice and the subject once. Circle any adverbs and draw a small arrow from the adverb to the verb it describes. Okay, so let's do it. Mr. Walker told John a Bible story. Mr. Walker is the subject, and what did he do? He told John a Bible study. Where's the verb? What's the action? He told. Excellent. And who did it? Mr. Walker. Is there any adverbs there that tell us how he told John a Bible study? Or when? Or how often? No, we're done. That one's done. If you have anything else, erase it. If you need to make any changes, fix them. Number 2, Marco slid quickly into home base. Marco slid quickly into home base. Where does the line divide between the subject and the predicate? Between Marco and slid. What did Marco do? He slid. Who did it? Marco. Do we know anything? Do we have any adverbs that describe the verb slid? How did he slide? Ooh, I see it. He slid quickly. He slid quickly. He slid quickly. Did you get that? Excellent. Okay, on Wednesday, we met for Bible Club. Where is the who and the doing there? It's tricky. They put the on Wednesday, but is Wednesday doing anything? No. Who's doing something? We are. What do we do? We meet for a Bible Club. Now, do you have any adverbs that describe meet? How often, when? Ooh, Wednesday. Wednesday describes meet. We meet Wednesday. Could we have said the sentence like that too? We meet Wednesday for Bible Club? Yes. So the adverb can be moved all around. It could be in the subject. It can be in the predicate. Even though meet is in the predicate, could the adverb that describes meet be in the subject? Yes. In this case, it is. You can see that. Awesome. If you got that, give yourself a pat on the back. Number 4, Grandma often watches my baby sister for Mom. Where's the line go? Between Grandma and what does she do? She often watches my baby sister for Mom. Okay, the subject is Grandma. What does she do? Does she do often? No. What does she do? She watches. Watches is the verb. That's the action Grandma's doing. Often tells us how often she watches. She watches my baby sister often. Often is an adverb that describes watches. If you need to fix that, make your corrections right now. At any time, boys and girls, as a reminder, you can pause the video so you can make corrections. Don't just copy for nothing. I want you to think about why you got it wrong and make the fix. That's how you learn and grow. Number 5, rain fell gently all afternoon. What's the line? Where's the line between the subject and the predicate go? Between rain and fell. Okay, what did the rain do? Rain's a subject. What did it do? It fell. It fell gently all afternoon. Do we see any adverbs that describe how the rain fell? Yes. It fell gently. Awesome. We are done with the page. Good job. And I'm thankful that it's sunny, not rainy right now, even though there'll probably still be a little bit more rain because it's spring, but I'm thankful for the sunshine. We are done with the page 173. If you're done for the day, see you later. Welcome back, boys and girls. We are on the top of page 174. It's our last page this week. And it is all remember, 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 think. Okay, what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to explain the page, and then I want you to stop the video. Well, not stop it, but pause the video. I want you to do all of these yourself, and then I'm going to give you the answers because none of this is new. It is just review. And if you just copy, you're not learning. So I'm going to read the instructions. Then I want you to pause the video till you're done with the page. Okay? And then we will go over it together. Okay, the entries in, let's look at the remember part on the top. The entries in a dictionary are in alphabetical order. Number each group of words in alphabetical order. If you have to write the alphabet on the top of your page, if you want to write A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X. Can I fit it? Y, Z on your page to help you so you can look up and see what comes before what? Great, do that. Number each word in alphabetical order. So these are all the ones for number 1. These are all the ones for number 2. These are all the ones for number 3. Okay, so you're going to list these 1 to 5. 1 to 5. Which comes first, second, third, fourth, fifth? Which one comes first, second, third, fourth, fifth? Which comes first, second, third, fourth, fifth? Okay, now, think B says, mark the circle beside each set of guide words that each entry word would come between. So remember, it has to come after the first word and before the second word. So does inflate come after this word and before this word. And I'm going to give you a quick reminder. If it's obvious that it doesn't come there, if it's not on that page, get rid of it. For example, A, B, C, D, E, F. I know that F comes before H. So I already know right now this is not it. That's not it. It's not going to be inhale or island because F does not come after H. Do you see that? So get rid of that one. That's my hint for you. So you're going to do this section and then you're going to check with me. Very bottom. It says look up these words in a dictionary. Boys and girls, if you do not have a paper dictionary, can you ask Siri? Can you ask Alexa? Can you look on dictionary.com? There's dictionary.com. You could say, Alexa, I'll even prove it to you. Hey Siri, what's the definition of the word depot?
Depot means a place for the storage of large quantities of equipment, food, or some other commodity.
Okay, so Siri just told me that it's a place for the storage of large quantities of equipment, food, or some other commodity. Boys and girls, that's where Home Depot got its name. It's a depot, that means a large storage place of quantities of equipment, food, or other commodity. A commodity is something you buy, or something that's made that you purchase. So Home Depot, that is a large storage place for things for your house. Do you see how that works? So you are going to look up these words and write the first definition given. I'm not even going to do this for you, boys and girls, because you need to do it. So I will do depot, and I'll show you the one that I did, just to be gracious. We can do this one really quick together. Where did it go? I just lost the dictionary page. It says depot, a place for the storage of large quantities, that's amounts, of equipment, food, or other commodity. Okay, so, and guess what? That doesn't need a capital and it doesn't need an end punctuation because it's not a sentence. And based on that, boys and girls, that is a noun. I can tell right now because look, it's a place. Okay, so you are going to do that for parch and buzzard. I will not tell you the answers. So now you are going to finish this page all by yourself, and then we'll go over, then unpause the video, and then I will give you all the correct answers, and you are going to make the corrections on your own, boys and girls. Okay, so here we go. Okay, if you are with me right now, that means you have finished this page all by yourself, and you are just getting answers right now to double check your own work. All right, so here we go. If your page is empty, stop the video, do it yourself, and then check with me. Okay, here we go. Number 1, we have skunk, baboon, raccoon, cheetah, chipmunk. All right, baboon. Oops. Baboon starts with a B, so that comes first. Second, cheetah, CH. Third, CHI. CHI comes after CHE. Do you see that? EI. So chipmunk is third. Fourth, R, raccoon. And after R is S, skunk. Oops, that's supposed to be a 5, but it looks like an S. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you got that, good for you. All right, let's look at the next one. What comes first? B, boa. 2, L, lizard. 3, ooh, that's a tie between the T words. When there's a tie, you look at the next letter, right? So what comes first? T-O or T-U? T-O came first. It was tortoise, then turtle, then last V, viper. Okay, number 3. What comes first? Dove. Dove starts with a D. A, B, C, D, E. 2, eagle. 3, E-F. Ooh, we have 2 F's, F-A and F-I. If there's a tie with the F's, then you look at the second letter. What comes first? F-A for falcon. Falcon. 4, finch. Little bird. 5, robin. R comes after all of those. Good job. If you got those right, I'm so proud of you. Okay, this one was trickier. You're just checking your answers. Here we go. Number 1 was between infield and inform. Number 2, picture, P-I-C-T-U-R-E, came between pick and piece. Remember, it comes after pick and before piece. This one fit. Number 3, elementary came between elegant and 11. E-L-E-M comes after E-L-E-G, and it comes before E-L-E-V. Do you see that? Okay, number 4, servant. Servant comes between serene, like peaceful, serene, and service. How do we know? Because S-E-V comes after S-E-R-V comes after S-E-R-E, and S-E-R-V-I, do you see that? S-E-R-V-A comes before S-E-R-V-I. So serene and service. Good job. So I hope you put definitions down below. And if you did, awesome. You are done for the day. And done for the week. Boys and girls, excellent job. Continue to love God and love your neighbor. And I look forward to seeing how much you've grown on your next quiz. All right. If you need me, I am available. Call, text, email.